quick test with a 50mm 1.8 on the Canon R8. This is the cheap lens for the Canon EOS R8. People knock it. They say it's cheap. It makes a little bit of noise. But if you run yourself a little microphone to it, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, the autofocus is a little, kind of goes in and out a little bit as far as like the motor. You can kind of hear it when it goes in and out. But for the most part, when you're in front of the camera like this, what do you think? How's that look? Some people say, well, it's not the sharpest lens, but does it have to be? I mean, it's funny, people use these black mist filters and things on their lenses. They say, I want the sharpest lens, but then they put black mist filters on them. And they do all these different things, and they take out sharpness to get more cinematic effect. But honestly, why not why pay extra for a lens if you're just going to dumb it down anyway? I mean, obviously, if you want to do landscape, things like that, or portraits, and you want that extra clarity, that's one thing. But if you're going to do talking heads videos, you don't need the super expensive lenses. I mean, sure, they're nice. I got the 35mm 1.8. That's still not a super expensive lens, but it works really good. But I just wanted to give this a test, just to see what this looks like. The 50mm 1.8, the little cheap nifty 50. And I got ISO 800, just a little couple of lights on, just to kind of see what it looks like on the Canon EOS R8. Because $1,500 for the body, you can get this lens used for under $200. So you're talking $1,700 out the door. And if you get the R8 used, you could even save more. Versus APS-C now are $1,500. $1,400-$1,500. It's like $100 more and get a full frame camera. It's like with 60 frames per second, no crop. And then Sony's coming out with the A7C II probably, but how much, right? Anything more than $1,700-$1,800, and you're like, you're out of the ballpark. You can't be charging $2,200 for the A7C II. You just can't. I mean, Sony, you got to come up with something that's going to compete with the R8. Sorry, that's my little rant. But we need an entry-level, full-frame Sony that's not 10 years old. Like the, you know what I mean? I mean, like the Sony A7 II or something. Like, come on. Anyway, right? You get A7 III. You probably find that around the price of this. A7C, around the price of this, used. But that's, come on, R8 new is $14.99. So just saying, just wanted to run this by you. You don't need the most expensive equipment, but if you want the full frame, if you want newer technology that's going to last you, the R8's a good buy. And they got enough RF lenses for the basic user to use. So just wanted to throw that your way. The nifty 50 on the Canon EOS R8 1.8. How's it looking? Will it work for you? I mean, check out the autofocus. I mean, it works. I mean, who's gonna do that? Like, honestly, come on, this is in and out, but seems to be working okay. For a slower lens, cheaper lens, it'll get you by. And if you're generally not too crazy, it'll stick to you good enough to where, hey, it'll do the job. All right, guys. Hope you like this little short video. I just like throwing out the little value options, just to show it's a good place to start. 35mm 1.8, it's a great lens too. Gives you a little bit closer view, but the 50, you can get a little bit more, because it's 1.8, right? You can get, it's the same as the 35, but you'll get a little more depth of field because it's a 50 instead of a 35. So something to consider. If you're really in a depth of field, it's cheaper to get the 50. So just saying. But all right, guys. Talk to you later. Hope you have a good day.